How you guys doing? This is Hybridsteel and welcome back to Hydroneer 2.2, where I'm going to be carrying on my build. I don't know what I'm actually really doing tonight because I'm just doing stuff, because that's just how I always am on this. It's like, hey, I'm going to do this, this, this and this. We definitely need to get ourselves some more tokens though, because, well, I don't think we've got enough to do a lot. And we've only got like 3,000, so not a great amount. So I've actually got to go off and do that. So that's going to be fun and games for the whole family to do. So yeah, we're going to be looking for, okay, so we're going to be going to Bridgeport because there's 3 quests already available for me. Let's go and pick those up now, and then let's start building stuff, because it's how we need to earn core stone piping. We need to get the tokens to get the core stone piping to get down to core stone tier 3, don't we? And then we can start expanding. So hey, it's my big Raptor, thank you very much for kicking by. Travis Lapham, thank you very much for being here. And Badonk, what up, dude? Also grinding tokens. Hey, Pika Mobs. Oh no, I don't want to be talking to you. You're the wrong token person. Oh, I just dropped my cart. No, I need you. That. Yep, there we go. Is that? I don't think that's the real Raptor, but thank you very much for being here. It's most appreciated. Right, let's see. What about this guy? Are you? Oh, you are. You want it? Oh, that's a big gem. I think we can do it. I did spend all that time doing the quest and then not actually doing anything, so I've got loads of materials. So yeah, this is one of those sort of like, if you do want to sort of like ask any questions, bits and pieces, I can take the time and sort of try and help you to understand things and do things in bits and pieces in this game. Yeah, the farming is a true and painful grind, my friend. Especially because farming's a little bit broken right now. It's actually it is a massive problem. But there is a fix apparently coming out at some point. I don't know when, but Max is currently working on it now. They're trying to fix up the scaling to the farming, so it's going to be a bit like doing the scaling for these quests now. But I don't know when it's going to happen. All I know is he's working on it, so it could happen tomorrow, it could happen Friday, it could happen, I don't know, next Tuesday. Whenever it goes in though, it is one of those things that's been worked on, especially because apparently one of the reasons why people get lagging as well is the logic saw. So the logic saw is actually causing a problem with lag spikes. I'm not sure why. I think it might just be because it's always on, even if it's not on, sort of thing. So it might actually be like lagging out. So there's going to be a fix for that as well. Roy Follett, thank you very much for kicking by. Bet you still love farming, and man, I still don't like fishing in this game. I'm still not a big fishing person. Thanks, Spectre. Hey, Hybrid, after seeing your video of the King's Quest, I'm honestly really mad. My question is, has there been any backlash over it? I think there was sort of like some people were a bit disappointed, a bit like a lot of us. You know, you do all that work for basically not a lot, and it's a little bit of a kick in the teeth, really, isn't it? So I think there has been a few harsh words. Well, not some harsh, but more like people aren't happy with it, but it's just one of those things. That's why I put so many spoilers up in it, because I didn't know what was going to happen until I actually saw it myself. So you actually got my proper reaction to that thing, basically. 273 gold bar. We can do that. Right, 273. 27 trees. Turn on my water. Sticking in the gold. Off we go. It goes so fast now because of this. So much better. And I need 175 sapphire. Excellent. That's not fair. It doesn't matter how big I make them. So sapphire's this one. 1, 2, 3, boom. That's ruby. Oh, sapphire's that one. 1, 2, 3, boom. I don't really care. I can go that way. Oh yeah. Right. I suppose I've got to put the gold back through because of go. Yeah, I mean, it's, as I said, I think some people are trying to justify it. You know, oh, you know, it's not that bad, blah, blah. It's like, but it is, though. You put in all that effort and you get very little out of it. If I'm going to be honest, for me, I was expecting something better. I was expecting maybe, because people always request, like, is it possible to redo the whole plot? So let's say you blew it up and you're just sitting there going, well, you know, I'd like to remap it. The King's thing could have been like a button that attaches to the plot you're working on, and you click it and it could reset the plot for you. That sounds like a really cool thing to have, but I'm not sure why the penis scepter wants you to, you know, why is it can only do like one tiny lump of dirt? According to something I read, one of the comments that was on the video was that somebody said that it doesn't work if there's no soil around. So if you completely clear the whole thing, you can't spawn soil. So I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I read. So take that as you would. I'm not sure. But I thought it was a bit of a jip, if I'm going to be honest. Because it's a lot of work to get that much of an onyx. Because onyx is really rare. It's yeah, 78 weight emerald. Okay, we can do that. 78. I always do this to reset. I don't care. 78 process emerald. This one. 1, 2, 3. Done. Yeah. I was expecting, you know, to be able to reset a plot would be amazing. Hey, yeah, you just saw your spoiler video. What a bummer. Yeah, yeah, Dogster, how you doing? You're sad that we can't do the ore soup. No, but I mean, there's other ways you can do it. If you're using build anywhere, you can actually put furnaces in the actual anvil, so you can actually keep everything warm on the anvil. You don't have to worry about it. Another hybrid stream. Yeah, I'm as said, I'm at the moment I'm just sort of mulling around on doing everything. Right, 163. 163 enter. Right, gold again. So the live streams at the moment are just going to be whenever. So it's like done, you know. 2303 onyx. Yeah, but look how long it's taken to do that, especially with like the machines that you've built and stuff. It's taken quite a lot of effort to get to that point, and then that's your reward. And it's yeah. I'm nowhere near getting the mick taken out of me. I have gotten one single core stone, one also far. Yeah, that's fair. That's fine, man. Pika, I love these streams. Thank you very much. Most appreciated. I'll always be doing them. I think, like, because obviously I'm sort of turning into again, like, the Hydroneer thing's a big thing. So I think I'm going to be doing Hydroneer streams for a while. I do want to branch out to other games as well, but I think at the moment I'm just chilling on Hydroneer. So if people do want to sort of like jump along and follow me on my little building spree, then yeah, it's just one of those things. The streams are always going to be on Saturday, but when it comes to during the week, it's like if I've got things to do, and then I won't be streaming. If I'm doing this, that, and the other, then I'll be streaming. I won't be streaming. But it's whenever I can. Okay, so you're the one who wants the ring. Gotcha. There's the ring. One ring. Ta very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Most appreciated. I spent half a day figuring out the magnet thingy. I'm just keeping it simple. I'm just going click, and I'm counting to 3, and then it's done. I don't really worry about it anymore. Like, I know it's going to be one of those things that people are going to sort of do, but for me, it's like, I'll just stick with simplicity. I'm not that worried. No, I can't. Are you the guy that wants the dagger? Yes, you are the guy that wants the dagger. Got your dagger here, matey. Yeah, it's a nice one. I still think he looks like my mate. Right, who wants that emerald? Was it her? Yeah, it was her. Looks like Max and the crew have been busy. Okay, when did you last play this game? If you don't mind me asking, then you'll know how busy they've been. But yeah, there should be a patch at some point for the bits and pieces that are like keeping issues. Does the core stone stuff get more common with tier 2 and tier 3? Core stone, you actually, if you're hand panning, it's you can pan it, but if you're using drills, you can only get core stone from tier 2 onwards. So get down to tier 2 as quickly as possible, basically. Hope the guy never has to use that dagger to defend himself. It's better off throwing the gold dagger. Yeah, or just pawning it off, getting some money and buying a full set of armour, you know. That's another thing I actually wouldn't mind seeing in this game. Like, because obviously we're blacksmithing like swords and axes and everything else, I think armour should be a thing as well. So, you know, you could actually build people's sets of armour. That would be a cool thing to do as well, because we're technically blacksmiths. So, you know, armours and weapons and everything else, that's an easy way to sort of like keep the progression going for character expansion. And things that we can make for people. You know, all that good stuff. Right, 3,000 there, 2,000 there. Booyah, 5,000. I reckon we do a couple more of those quests. We'll be alright for a bit. Been watching vids of it. Cool. Awesome. I'm wondering what's more worth it, logic smelters or normal smelters? Well, depending. I mean, for me, to do this, logic, it's just easier if you just push a button, everything just works. So, it's just the way I see it, though. You don't have to follow my example. Like I keep saying, people, I show you the path, you guys have to walk it. Bulk buy, yes. Bulk buy crates should be in the game. I almost made I recorded a video talking about everything, like all the mods that should be in the game as vanilla. I scrapped it. If it keeps breaking, that means you haven't got water in it. Well, you haven't filtered your water enough. And the backing up thing, I don't tend to have problems with backing up because I use a vertical that feeds into it, which is taller than the actual machine. So I've seen other people have problems. Me, myself, I haven't had a problem because the vertical belt is taller, so it actually just flows in. I'll show you. Let me just turn on tier 1 for a couple of seconds and then you'll see what I mean. So that's tier 1 on. So tier 1's on. Let me just turn tier 1 off. Here comes the dirt. This is why I don't have a problem. Vertical conveyors do a better job. You know, I mean, putting it onto flat, you got to think, when you go flat, it's just going to stay about the same level, isn't it? How's the kid doing? Yeah, no, he unfortunately he ate too much. Partially it was my fault because I gave him an ice cream, and then he had a yogurt on top of that, which probably didn't help. And then he had something else on top of that as well, which really didn't help. So it was partially my fault, and then a lot of his fault for basically overeating. So he just chucked up. Apart from that, he's all right. Nothing too sinister, so that's good. There is no more guild quests on this map. Oh no, there is Grangefield. Excellent, we're going to Grangefield. Let's go! Meow. How you doing, bud? Oh, hello. Not bad. We got Cloutium, so that's right. Lots of Cloutium because I spent 3 hours leaving my machine on, basically. Now, to put this into perspective, how long it took me to get all the onyx I needed. I watched the entirety of Nobody before I was when I finished. When I finished it, that quest still wasn't done.
I don't suppose you can grab me this.
Yeah, we can make that. That's fine. Good film, by the way, if you haven't seen it already. Nobody. I highly recommend it. Looks like your character was doing a running start before flying. Yeah, he does. Any speed running. Just a quick cheers to you, sir. Thank you for all the informational videos you have done over the years. Massive amount of help for those. Thanks. Not a problem. It's what keeps me going. Partially because I want to entertain people making like the different videos. If you haven't already, I'm making Dredge videos now. Go and check it out. But yeah, I'm doing Dredge at the moment. But like the info videos for this is just one of those things. You know, I like making them, and I know I keep saying I shouldn't make them, and I really shouldn't make them, but I keep doing it. Right, okay, so that's 9.5, 8.5, and 16.5. So you know what? I'm going to make 3 bars of 17. Am I enjoying Dredge? Yeah, man, I'm loving Dredge. It's one of those games that I'm going to keep playing for until I finish it. 17. So I'm just going to make 17. So the first episode, if you haven't watched it, I've had a few decent comments for it because of like I'm actually doing like voices and stuff for the people I talk to, so I thought that was pretty cool. Other people have been watching it as well and enjoying it. I've got another episode of that coming out tomorrow. I just recorded the 3rd episode, so I'm actually going to be there's going to be another episode for Friday, so I'm going to be doing 3 episodes a week until it's finished, because I think that's what I need to do. I'm going to be honest. I want to finish it, but I want to enjoy it at the same time. I've seen a speed run and finish it in 35 minutes, so I'm sort of using him as a key of like where I've got to go next. But I'm not spoiling it for myself, basically. I feel like that game suits your style well. I like it. I think I like it just because I'm able. It's telling a story. I like the story of it. You know. Are you required to use Cordium? You mean Cloutium to order to use tier 3 drills are Cloutium and Corestone. Yeah. Dredge has 2 endings. Yeah, I'm not really worried about doing 2 endings. I'm just doing whatever ending I come up with. Matthew Fowler, how you doing, buddy? Che, how you doing? Thank you very much for kicking by. So yeah, I'm not worried about the endings. I'm just gonna do them and be like done, and then we're cool. So I need to make a axe. They're all the same weight, so it actually doesn't matter, which is good. Because I make 3, I don't care. When someone says, hey, I need this, and someone else says, hey, I need this, it doesn't bother me. I'm just making whatever they give me, but I'm making it all with the same weight. It doesn't increase your money at all whatsoever, but it just makes my life easier, so I don't care. Corestone, my bad. I mean, yeah, Corestone is, I think it's for a drill, it's 800 Corestone. So it's expensive. That's the only downside. I like the eyes in the water. Have I seen the eyes in the water? Like, I've just got to Inglell. So the episode I'm actually editing tomorrow is going to be for Friday, and I'm onto the 2nd island group now. And I got chased out of a section. I was like, "Whoa!" It was cool though. So, did you order the axe? Yes, you did. Have the axe. It's a good axe. It's a really heavy axe. All right. But yeah, I've enjoyed Dredge. I've enjoyed it. I really like the upgrade, like because I've upgraded my boat a couple of times now, so it's a lot faster. I'm loving it. I mean, do you need Corestone? Well, you could, yeah. Well, Corestone it would work better for you. You can use any pipes you want; they just won't work as well. There was a person, I can't remember his name. I think it was Sir Biscuit. We were having a chat about pressure in pipelines. It was like you can't run your machines by just putting a booster on the pipe anymore and hoping it's going to cheat the system, which is what we all used to do. But now you actually have to put out an entire pipe system for it. It's just one of those things. You just have to live with it. That's why I keep telling people, if you're gonna run tier 3 on Corestone, you need to put tier 3 drills on Corestone, which means you need Corestone pipe all the way down to tier 3. You can't cheat it anymore, because like I said, that's what I used to do. There's a quest around here somewhere. Right, let's go to Burnscroft first. Go and pick up that one, and then we'll come back this way a bit. I will need to find another map. Hey, Paolo, how you doing, bud? Good launcher, so I don't know why Max doesn't just let us craft pipes. I've mentioned this a couple of times, and I've asked for, like, I would say what I would say would be a good machine to have would be a press, and it would let us do, like, you know, let's say you put, I don't know, 300 core stone into a machine and it prints off 6 pipes. I'd be up for that, you know. So an actual, like, press machine would be pretty cool. Like I said, I've mentioned this over and over, but I think it's just one of those things. If it goes in, it goes in. If it doesn't, then so be it. Do you think Max will add more land? I hope so. 252. Is that it? Okay, yeah, we can do that. I did speak to him about this, and this was just something that I brought up because obviously in the nerd chat he does talk to us sometimes. But I did mention that, like, obviously as the game's going to go on and things are going to expand out, it would be cool if we were able to, like, expand to a different place or go to a different land or that sort of thing. And I don't know, maybe the cogs are turning that he's going to expand the game more. I mean, if he wants to live on this game for, let's say the game's got another 3 to 4 years worth of life, you know, before it's fully completed and he doesn't really want to work on it anymore and moves on to another project. Because, you know, when you get older, you might think of a different idea to play as a game. And maybe Hydroneer, you know, it has got a shelf life. At some point, he will want to make another game. He did try to start a new game, but he never really went back into it. I think he saw people really sort of like asking about Hydroneer to be improved so much that he just decided that he was going to focus on Hydroneer more, which was good. And he's built a little company up now. So he's got a good little team behind him, and he's doing all right. G'day, mate. How you doing, Tyler? Thank you very much for kicking by. I'm trying to automate the gem compressor, but can't get my head around the logic. Oh, I literally just push a button. I don't really care about it. Is it you that needs the quest, mate?
I'll trade you for some guild tokens.
It is you. Whoa, that's a big one. We like that. That's not a bad sword. I like it. But yeah, I reckon give Hydroneer another sort of like 3 to 4 years. I reckon by then Hydroneer is going to be in its complete stage. I think there's going to be more than enough in the game by then. I really hope we'll go from there. What do you want it to do? I think he just wants it to turn on and sort of like compress. By the way, just quickly for all those people who are watching, YouTube is telling me that now is a good time to put an advert in. Well, I'm going to say no to YouTube. If you think that's good and I don't let you sit through adverts into my streams, then hit the like button, because, you know, I mean, I could put adverts on if you really want me to. So yeah. Okay, so we need a 10 bar way to clout him. You have to do a lot of cutting. A lot of cutting. Right, clout him. Go! Mr. Games, how you doing? Click. Right, that's one. Do. Not to be a Debbie Downer, but with the King's Quest and how that ended, not sure player retention will stay strong for long. So that's the other thing. Like, people have had like issues with this game in the past, but the game has always sold well. Like, last time I looked into the figures of Hydroneer, it was above 500,000 sales. So it's done well. Now, with the King Quest being a little bit of a downer, this means he's got a way to sort of like push stuff up, and he could make something better. I don't know. As most of the stuff he creates is him and the team. If there's a bad backlash for it, like, he can change things up and do what he likes. So the King's Quest might just be a gauge of like, okay, people didn't like this, we'll try something else, that sort of thing. The question is, would it help you out? What if he added more land to the game? Yeah, sure, more content. And I've always said, hello, by the way, Ether Void, thank you very much for being here. So one thing that I've always said that is if we were able to go to a different place, like let's say there was a different place on the map, or we had, okay, my theory, or my fan theory, was that the boat that used to be on the dock, we would be able to use the boat to travel to another land. So we couldn't take anything with us apart from money. So we'd have to sell everything, or we'd get given like X amount of money, how much we spent, and it basically wipes this land. And we move on to another place. But moving on to another place means that you would have to start again. But you've got money. That's a good thing. But everything over there is really smegging expensive, and there's like tier 4, 5, and 6 soil. So the riches are going to get bigger, but everything's just like 10 times the price that it is over here, just to keep you really playing. It's just basically a recycling system. Or there could be the other fan favorite of like theories of when things do you have all the achievements? No, because I'm using the hourglass. So because I'm using creative mode, I'm not in creative mode, but I'm using a creative tool that I had to get out of creative mode. I don't get all the achievements, so I'm not really worried, and I don't really care. So, how you doing, G-Base? So, my little idea would be that there could be like this weird fog, right? And it will just start settling in one area, and we can't go in there. And then all of a sudden, like there's this new land. You know, an earthquake happened or something. Actually, the earthquake theory is quite a good one. Like you have an earthquake, and then all of a sudden there's a new bit of land that we can go and explore, and everything's really stupid expensive now. And you know, you've got there are options that he could go down if he wants to extend the story out, or to like add to the land and add to the lore of the game. You know, an eruption of like there's a volcano. Ice Helm could go up in smoke. You know, it could blow its top, and we've got a volcano, and then there's a new island, and there are possibilities he could go down, basically. Just putting it out there, you know. I'm addicted. See, I was gonna do an achievements run, but at the moment, currently, I don't really care. I'm just building I like building, really. Okay, so Cloutium first, gold second, iron third. But there are lots of possibilities. The magnet circuit is already in there. Or Atlantis. Atlantis is a bit of a push, really, isn't it? You know, it has to. I think it has to be an original idea. Of like, hey, we could do this. Alright, cool. 252. I'm pretty sure that's what I needed. And there. Yeah, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Come on, move. Alright, we've done that one. Yeah, 252. We'll push the button. So yeah, this is causing lag as well. But we'll see. You know, I mean, I think I can only speculate to what I'm thinking. I haven't got any control over the game. I'm just a person like you guys who plays the game. You know, I spent my money on the game. I bought the game. I'm not anything special. You know? There we go. Would love to see the crafting pipes come back. Could be a thing. I don't know. I think my problem with crafting pipes though is that the way it was done was a bit, you know, you had to go through all the sort of like bits and pieces just to do the blueprints to be able to get to the core stone, to get to piping. I would prefer to see an actual system where we could just make them using a machine, you know. What do I do in the Discord? Discord is literally just a place for just like talking, really, more than anything. There's no real. I mean, I've got a Discord. That's fun. It's just there. I am thinking of doing some sort of maybe reaction-based content at some point. You know, from you guys if you choose to show your videos, that sort of thing. But I'm still talking to Badonk about that.
Thanks. I'm well chuffed.
I'm not really sure where I'm going with it though. That's the thing. So it's a thing that's up in the air. And then it's like, you know, if I need to do if I need to do competitions and winners and that sort of thing, I can do it through the Discord. Apart from that, I don't really know.
I don't suppose you can grab me this.
Hi. I got your sword.
Thanks. I'm well chuffed.
Maybe use the forge to make pipes in the future. Yeah, I mean, it could be a possibility, but then you've got to go and make pipes, or you could just go to the shop and buy them. So, I mean, for me, I'd rather just go and buy them. So, token system for me, it gives me something to do, which is a plus side. It's always nice to have something to do. And if I can carry on making stuff, then it keeps me wanting to carry on playing the game. So, I think the big problem is if you want to make stuff, like using like the forge to make pipes, then you're going to be spending a lot of time just sitting there bouncing pipes around. It's like, do you really want to do that? You know, I mean, or is it going to be really boring? So, we'll see how things go. Like I keep saying to people. The pilot helmet should be an unlock. I agree. I genuinely think, and this is just me, everything that's in creative mode, so the pilot's helmet, the hourglass, and everything else should be for sale, like, or at least for tokens. All right, so you were able to actually buy these things, so it doesn't fudge with your achievements, or have like them actually in vanilla and just have them there. Hey man, just a question: does your game duplicate items in the mod shop? I don't know. I haven't got the mod shop. I'm not using mods. I'm using the creative stuff, and that's it. Which is the problem. Yeah, I'm not using mods. And no use. For the King's Quest, do I do both the quests? Yes, you do. You do both, so you can make your way to the next set of stairs. I have done 2 videos on the King's Quest. I need one of those. Need some corners. So I'm not really... A lot of the stuff that I can now do in this game, like, well, that you can do in this game, you don't need mods for. Mods are... If I'm going to be honest, I would say that once you rely on them too much, the game gets boring. But that is just me. It's... I was coming to terms with this when I was actually, like, when I was recording this video. And I deleted the video after I actually recorded it. And it mainly comes down to a sense of... Like, why do you need mods? Unless you just want to sort of, like, you know, just put out a load of stuff and be like, hey, look at me, I've got a good drill. I'm not sure of what the validity of mods anymore. That's 9 grand. Damn it. 9,933, 9,200. Damn. 9.6. Let's get rid of a straight pipe. Oh. That'll do. Way, I got 57 tokens left. Whoop whoop. Again, we have to do a bit more grinding. I only use the boxes just so I can bulk buy. I just do what I just did. So I just stand on a cart and then just chuck everything on the back of the cart. It's like a bulk buy crate. It's just a cart. Takes a little bit longer, mind you. But that's how I do things. And like I said, I've just do more without mods now. I think it's because I've used mods a lot. You know, I went through the whole process of like looking into them all, using them, and I think by the end of it, the only reason why I would use creative mode is because I was building stuff for videos, but I don't really need to. You know, I mean, I think I've just got to a point where I can actually enjoy playing the game properly and actually do stuff properly in the game as well. The Wilhelm scream still makes me chuckle. I don't know, I think it's just one of those things. Quality of life, yeah, I agree. There are quality of life mods, but I think those quality of life mods deserve to be in the game. And that again, it's my own sort of perspective of it, but that's just how I see it. I genuinely think the quality of life mods that we play with in this game, like, you know, let's just say like my list would be things like the extended logic. So extended logic, extended water pipes, they should be in the game regardless. They should just be, people use them, it's all good. Bulk buy crates should be in the game. It's a quality of life, but they're not in the game, so it's going to mess with the achievements. So there are, then it's, you start to sit there and go, do I really want the achievements? If you are one of those people who wants achievements, then you have to play this game in vanilla. So wouldn't it be nice to have those quality of life mods as actual vanilla stuff, instead of having to sit there and just go, oh, well, if I use this, I can't have these. It gives you, it's a little bit unfair if you ask me. There are certain mods that really shouldn't be in. They shouldn't even be. For me, they shouldn't be in the game. Full stop. But that's me getting into like my own personal hate of like god items. I'm not a big fan of god items. Oh, I can't wait to get this. I need to get 2 more thingy pipes. Actually, do I have them? I have a lot of corners. That's okay. I need a lot. Yeah, there we go. Do, do, do. Yeah, I know I need tea pipes. I haven't got enough money for tea pipes. I'm gonna have to do a bit more mulling around. I think I need to do like one really good quest to get a couple of tea pipes. So we'll get there eventually. The only thing I would change with the King's Scepter is that it should make more dirt. I agree. Like, doing one little tiny pile of dirt doesn't really help me. And like I said in my video, I was going to detonate a nuke. I was going to blow a massive hole in my level so I could use the Scepter. And I sort of, in my head, I was like, no, I won't do it. I'll see what it does first. And I was like, oh, cool. I can only do like one tiny bit of soil. No. Hello is Russian. Welcome. I don't speak Russian. I'm very sorry. But thank you very much for just coming by and watching. Purist. I don't know what that means. Would be nice if you could buy and build the transport tube things from the frozen zone forge area. Like teleporters. Or you could use the mod teleporter. And use the build anywhere mod. And you can teleport all over the level. So you've got choices. I mean, if you want to go down the modding route, go down the modding route. But the teleporters are pretty cool, and you can put them anywhere as long as you're using build anywhere. There was one version of the game I did have teleporters in, and that was fun. But apart from that, it's all right. So we have now finished tier 1 takeover. I now don't have to do any more on tier 1 apart from this bit here. So auto-saving. Can the teleporters do pipe? Yeah. Basically, what you can do... Well, no, as in like the teleporters are like these big disc things that sit on the floor. You use them as portals to get around them. So you literally just... You can fill up a cart, go shopping, fill up a cart, chuck everything in, and then walk through the teleporter. You just take everything with you. It's just a really quick way of getting around, that's all. Fun, though. Really fun. I think when I finished them, I only built like 2 or 3 because they were 5-6 million each. I didn't have enough money. I actually commented the game on Steam and only suggested a few of delivery system. Yeah, a delivery system would be cool. Another suggestion I like was the like selling point on a farm. So what you would do is you would spend like, I don't know, 10 million. Because it has to be expensive, because the amount of money we can make in this game is just stupid. So let's say for 10 million quid on your plot of land, you'll get a selling point next to the signpost for the area you're in, right? And this means instead of going into town and selling stuff, you'd have like a jeweler on your land, and that would interact with like townspeople. They could come to your land and talk to you and everything else. So in my previous build, right at the entrance of my compound, I built a little hut. There was like a shop. So it looked like it was an actual farm shop. And that's what I went for, that little aesthetic. And I was like, actually having a farm shop in this game would be pretty cool. So you would be able to grow crops and then sell them to people. So you'd make like a passive income on the side. I think that would be cool. You know, you'd actually have somebody who would come in and like, they'd sit on your land between like 9 and 5. They would sell carrots for you and everything else. No, I think that's all right. Nutsbar, thank you very much for kicking by, buddy. I don't know who you are, but thank you very much for being here. I don't recognise the name, so I'm very sorry. But yeah, that was just something I came up with. I was like, I think it would be pretty cool. But again, I can come up with loads of little ideas for things, but no one ever really listens to me. And I get that at home with the kids. Like, I'm used to it. My kids don't listen to me, so I'm used to people just, like, not worried. Your own little business, yeah. You're new. Brilliant. Welcome to the live stream, bud. I stream normally on a Saturday, but then I'll stream randomly like I am today. You know, it's mainly because I'm ahead of myself today. It's like, yeah, I'm all good. I was saying the transport things where you could unload the pipe straight to the dirt level on the surface. So with that, I would say a lift. So we would get, you know, you pay 10 million. I like that number. Okay, so 10 million. What do you get for your $10 million? You get a mine shaft lift that you can get from Icehelm, right? So you can get a blueprint. So you get the blueprint, you take it to a blacksmith in town, so he's like the specialist who's going to do like all this tech stuff for you. And what he's going to do is you're going to hand him the blueprint and $10 million, and then you can get this massive like shaft that goes down to tier 3. So it gives you a point. So what you'll do is it goes into an overhead mode. You can put your lift in here, and then it will basically drill a big hole for you, and you'll have a lift that goes down to tier 3. That's what I think should happen, and then you can fence off whenever. So with the lift system, it would have to be in tune with every floor that's on the actual game. So there's normally 22 blocks floor from ground floor to bottom, and if on the there will be a little keypad on the lift, and you click like 15, and that's where you've built your tier 2 mine. And if you go down to like 23, that's where you built your tier 3 mine. So when you get off of these floors, you can have your mine open up. And I think that would be pretty cool, but I don't know the complexity of how that would be put into the game. Again, I come up with these ideas. I have no idea if it's possible. That's just part of being... Yeah, being a dad is... Nobody listens to you. It's fine. It's also part of being a mum as well, because Kerry gets it. Like, nobody... Kids don't listen to her either. Badonk show me the circuit, but I'm going to adapt it in my own way. If it works, I'll share it on Discord. Yeah, no problem. What you must know though is that my Discord is not the official Hydroneer Discord, right? There's a Hydroneer section because people come into my Discord and talk about Hydroneer. That's fine, but I am not the official Hydroneer Discord. I am me. That's all I can really say. I'm just me. No, I don't want. No, because I don't want to keep running around with the carts. I like doing things long, right? I know people keep having a go at me for this. Oh, why don't you take the carts downstairs? Because I can't be asked. Really, actually, if I'm doing this, if I'm running backwards and forwards, I'm doing something, and then I'm actually sitting there actively talking to you. My brain's ticking as well, and I'm just in my own little world. And it's fine. So I know I do things differently to other people, but everybody does things differently to me. So there's no difference there. I mean, as I've said to people on like Discord and stuff, you do things your way, that's fine. I'm not going to tell you how to do things properly. I'll just ask you questions of why you've done certain things. Just the way I am. Hybrid is the official Hybridsteel, and that's the official hybrid. Yep, it is. Because there is no other. There's other ways to do things. I just do it my way. I actually lost a subscriber today, right? And they actually gave the reason why. It's because I made that video about spoiling things. So because I made that video, this person went. I asked that question in my community feed, and it was what words would you describe this channel as? And this person went spoilery and less of a sub. It's like, alright, I can't please everybody, but not being horrible. I'm not the only person who's done that thing. So Real Civil Engineer has already showed off the Scepter, and he didn't put a spoiler in, but I did. So other people have done. Other people are using that thing actively. At least I gave you a fair warning to say that I was going to get it and show you what it did. So yeah, I was a little bit sort of. I was confused and bemused about that one. So I didn't understand that, like, just because I'd done something, that person unsubscribed, and it was like, oh dear. Obviously, like, didn't want things spoiled. Or I did give you 3 warnings in that video alone. Come on, in the hole. There we go. That's just stupid. Yep. Are you going to do a video explaining all the logic setup builds? That would be sweet. Well, in this build, mate, it's just switches. Like I can explain it now in 30 seconds. You want to know? Right, okay, cool. Right, here we go. All the logic builds in my entire build so far are push the button and things work. That's it. To put it into perspective, this lever here controls the water supply to tier 1. So that just turns them off. There you go, ready? Follow the cable and it just goes down to here to turn on the water on and off. I'm probably gonna do a full one at some point. That one does exactly the same thing, but for tier 2. That one will turn the water off at tier 2. Every single one of these is wired exactly the same. And when I say exactly the same, yeah. Here we go. So, that button is connected to this. When you push this button, that turns on. And it basically opens up and then drops the gold bar onto the conveyor belt. And that is the same for every single smelter. Alright? And then these ones. So this one turns on the main water supply. This one turns on my compressors because I prefer to have the actual thing moving and everything else. I use logic on my repairs, yes. This one, if you pull this lever, that magnet will pick up that gem, and then it will go to this magnet, and the gemstone will go here, and then I turn it off after 3 seconds because I do that myself, and then it works. And then logic, these auto repair, and that's it. Where do you buy the brick looking floor? You can't find the concrete ones. They're up in Icehelm. So in Icehelm, I say in Icehelm, it's next to Icehelm. I know you have to use your eyes for this, but there's a little stone building right there opposite Icehelm. They sell stuff that's more sort of suited to the stonery stuff, and that's where you get it from. It's just outside the main door. The worst part is you've probably gone past it a million times, and you've never realised it's there, because it just looks like a rundown building, so you wouldn't have even thought about it. The best looking floor. I like it for driveways. Where are we up to? We're up to that one. Okay. So I used it in my old build when I was building the driveway for my compound. The ruin in front. Yeah, the ruin in front is a shop. That's all right, bud. Don't forget, if you want to help out this channel support, hit the like, subscribe, and notification button below for all other updates, because I'll be streaming whenever. I've got videos coming out pretty much every day this week, and I'm sort of getting into that routine of now doing like 5 days a week like videos. If you want to get yourself a new cool hat, you can. There's merch in the description box below. You can donate straight to me instead of going through YouTube through the description box below. You can use a super chat. You can become a member for just 99 cents a month. It's ridiculous, you know. There's loads of stuff here you can do now. I know people go, well, it's just because you want to make money. If you found out how much money I did not make each month, you'd be pleasantly surprised. I mainly do YouTube as a hobby that gives me a little bit of pocket money. That's pretty much my entire thing for it. There we go. We are getting there now. Hey Hybrid, how have I been? I'm done right. How much did you get from the King's Quest? What do you mean? Like how many tokens did I get, or what did I get for the main quest? I'm not. No. Yeah, 18,000. You get 18,000 guild tokens from the stairs quest. You get 4,000 tokens from the other quest, which is for farming. You get 1,000 hydro coins for doing the fishing, and then the last one is the video I made, and I was disappointed. So yeah, that's yeah. How bad was it? Okay. Who here hasn't seen my video on the Scepter, and do you want to see what it does now? I'll let you all chat for a second. You haven't, and no. Okay. That's alright. I'm not going to show it. If literally one person says no, I'm not going to show it because it spoils it for them. I mean, you can watch the video if you want. Yeah, it's... Yeah. Nope, it doesn't. Exactly. So it does... Without giving it away, basically it just does it's the same. Yeah, spoiler alert. Basically it's the same dirt. It doesn't. The reason why it doesn't make any difference is because you're doing things on tier 1 down to tier 3. If you go down to tier 3 and use it, it'll work. It will spawn. It'll do good. But if you're going to use it on tier 1 soil, like right at the top, it's just going to be crap reward, so there's no point. And this is what got me about it. This is why I was miffed off with it. I was expecting it, if I'm going to be honest, I wanted it to repair plots. Because repairing plots is something that people keep asking for. Being able to redo an entire plot of land instead of having to start the game again. For me, that would have been a better reward. It really would have. But it's not. And I think that's why I'm more annoyed with it. So yeah, it's just one of those things. Basically, there are mods that do the same job as it. Like the rake mod does a better job. It should at least do a 1x1 block. Yeah, well, sort of, yeah. The thing is without spoiling it for the people who haven't seen that video or don't know what it does, it's quite hard to describe what it does, but it's enough to annoy me. Because of... I know that Max likes the community he's building around his game, but the reward for what you did in that quest doesn't warrant the amount of effort that you have to put into to get it. If that's an easier way to describe it without really giving it away. Unfortunately, it's a talking point because of just what it does. Did they fix the clogging behind the vertical belts? I'm going to be honest, I haven't had any. So I think it might just be an optimization thing for them to look into. I haven't had this problem that everybody else has had. So I don't know whether it's just me. I might just be the special one that doesn't have it. But genuinely, I haven't had this issue that people keep having with their belts and like having dirt fly behind it. So I don't know. I'm going to assume if I'm not having that problem, then it has been fixed. But I can't really say anything if I don't know. It, as said, never happened to me, so I can't comment on it. I think I was just lucky. Yeah. I know some people have had the issue. There is that thing where some people are having like dirt clog up behind, or they're missing the harvester. This is the only way that I can think of like getting around that problem as well. They haven't fixed vertical belts for me. Don't know then. Like I said, I haven't had the problem. It might just be an intermittent thing, so worst when I run belts on Corestone. I think other people are having a problem with Corestone as well at the moment because it's running everything really super fast. So it's pushing the game a bit. I am finding that I'm getting a bit more sort of almost like a superficial lag when Corestone's running because of obviously how fast it's running. Which is a bit of a bummer, but yeah, it's just it's just there's... When it comes to Hydroneer, lots has to be done to like mess around with the optimization of it, because the optimization in this game isn't... every time an update goes in, it does get a little bit worse, but then they fix it and then it gets worse. So it's just, unfortunately, they've added in this extra part of the game. It's gonna run a bit funky for a couple of weeks, and then it'll all get fixed again. I only have 35 hours play and haven't got any problem. There you go. Crimson Matrix, welcome to the live stream. How you doing, buddy? It's a great game nonetheless. Just avoid certain building blocks. Like I said, I think it affects different people's computers differently as well. Like for me, I'm running a mid-tier computer. Like I say mid-tier, I mean my PS5 isn't far off of this computer now, so yeah. But it is one of those things. It might just be an older tech computer might have problems. I don't know. And like I said, I can only comment on what I think it could be. I don't know 100%. Like I said, I'm not a dev. Can you dig deeper now? Yes. If you've got tier 3 pickaxe and tier 3 shovel, yes, you can dig deeper. I am getting down into tier 2 now. I'm gonna take all these downstairs now, because now we are going down to tier 2. It's a lot further to run around in. It's just a bit more annoying to wiggle around in here. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And I do need to get some tea pipes, so we do need to do some quests soon. We're in the depths of tier 2. On the plus side, down here, it just means that we've almost finished turning all these bloody things around. My gaming laptop is a potato. There we go. Well, you can chip it then, it's fine. I know, funny man. Are you funny man? Right, I need a corner for this one. Hello there. I have you the high price of the prospector quest. Have you the high price of the quest? I've got like around 1,000 coins of quest. Yeah, I'm actually pulling quests that are about 2 grand. So they do go up. The downside is farming doesn't quite yet, but we were talking about this earlier. It's something they're actually they should be working on soon, because enough people have spoken about it. So there is a scaling issue with farming, but prospecting quest, yeah, you can. I'm pulling quests with about 2k, with about 2,000 coins now. I'll have a Coke. I only drink Pepsi. I don't drink Coke. Coke for me is I can taste the sugar in it. I can taste the sugar in quite a lot of drinks that I drink anymore. I've even, and this is gonna be a weird one, I think I've got to a point where I've stopped drinking alcohol as well. I had a beer with my meal over the weekend, right? Because we went out. So I had a beer with mine, like I normally do. Go to a pub, I'll grab a beer and a burger meal, and I'm fine. I got halfway through my pint, and I was like, don't really want it anymore. So, yeah. Missed them off. If you don't smeg off, I'm going to kill you. That'll demote me on YouTube. But I think my alcohol days are gone. Bit of a shame, but there we go. Right, I need that pipe in there because we're not finished yet. FNAF Vampire Grim Towels. How you doing, buddy? Thank you very much for subscribing. It's much appreciated. Well, so for me, I would say after I finished going clubbing and stuff, I never really touched much in the way of alcohol. But it's more like now I'm getting older, but I'm sitting there going, you know, I still want to enjoy a pint, but I just didn't enjoy it anymore. It's not so much as I want to be healthier. I mean, yes, I want to be healthier, but that's why I'm like talking to a doctor. But it's not the whole fact I want to be healthier. For me, it was more like alcohol. For me, was more of it was a thing that I could do happily, and I never got used. When I used to go out and get absolutely blitzed, I had fun. But when I used to go out with like my family or when, my mum and my dad, I always used to have a beer with me, like a beer with my meal, and I was fine with that. Every time I used to go into like Weatherspoons or into a pub to have a meal, I'd have a beer with it. But now, I don't really want one. And it's like that sort of like part of me in here is just like, nah. You British, lad? Yes, I'm very British. I like your videos. Mars, thank you very much for being here. It's most appreciated. But yeah, so I think it's just that one thing is like, I might, you know, I think it was just that day. Maybe it's just because I've an off day. And if I'm going to do is try it again. Is the 6,600 plot worth it? What, you mean this plot? Yes, it's worth it. Definitely. Right, so we've got lots and lots of corners. That's fine, because I've got lots and lots of corners to put in. Especially the fact we're going to be going down to tier 3 as well with this lot. So that's fine. Right, let me just transfer all this over here, because we're going to go burning. I'm going to take all this with me at some point. We're going to burn it all. Right, that's my burn pile. I need another quest because I need to go and get I need some T-pipes, core stone, and I've only got 57 tokens, and that's not going to be enough. So there is one in Grange Field and there's one at the harbour, so that's where we're going now. All fine and dandy, the health is a bonus. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like I said, drinking for me is just, it was more of a social thing. But I haven't really been socially drinking for a while because I'm getting old. Well, you know, my friends have grown up, they've got married, they've got their own kids. We don't really go out anymore. When you get to an age and you get kids of your own and stuff, you do sit there and just go, I don't want to. But I still remember all the times I used to go out and just, well, I remember some of them, not all of them. I had too much fun. Where do you think we will go next? Info video from Hydroneer devs. I have no idea. Like Max, I don't think Max is putting one out for a couple of months because of, like, I think he's just developing the game for a bit. So I don't know. What are the tokens for? For the shop. Don't worry, all will be explained. Let me just do these two and you'll see them all working. Alright. So we just need to do these two quests first. Basically, you get tokens. So in order to get tokens, you need to do quests for people. They will pay you in a specific amount of tokens depending on what they want you to build. At the beginning, you might be finding like crap, like stuff like, oh yeah, can we have this, that and the other. So this one, I need to build a 154.5 weight bar of iron. Not easy when we don't have decimal places. So if I do 155... So I'm going to come to my saw, I'm going to type in 155, push the enter button. So that's now programmed, it's going to cut a bar at 155. I'm going to turn my water on, and I'm going to turn on my iron. So there's my iron. That comes off, it goes down there. That's going to cut a bar for 155. Is it 100 or 255? Do I know? 155, that's right. So that's 155 pounds of iron. There we go, 155, worth 1,800, but that person's going to give me tokens. Alright. This one, I need 99.5, so 100 core stone. Yeah, we need 100 core stone. Let's just do 100 core stone to start with. Boom. Alright. So that's my core stone one. Off we go. That should be 100. There we go. So that one can go up on my oven. And I need 20 pounds of cloutium. So I'm going to shove that off. Put 20 pounds in. Done. And cloutium is this one. And there we go. And then I'll take these, make what they asked me for. I go and get some tokens, and I'll show you where you can spend them. There we go. Also, I need to change those pipes over there as well. Okay. Oh, good God, it's going to take ages to transport my stuff. Yeah, have fun. Having the store that far away from my anvil would drive me nuts. Oh no, at the moment this is all temporary. So the main idea that I'm going to have is I'm actually I want to turn this into a workshop. But currently I wanted to get down to tier 3 first. Alright, so it's a little bit of me messing around and still just prattling around the way I normally do. But the actual idea is to actually have my anvil and stuff here next to all of this, so I don't have to run around as much. All this was actually going to be floored out and put into storage, so I was going to have tables and bits and pieces laying around. Over there I'm putting my farming setup in, and then the conveyor belt's going to, because I'm going to sort of automate it. I can't remember who it was, but they put up a picture in my Discord to show how they do their farming. It was genius. So I'm going to take that as an idea. I'm going to put that all in here, so when I can automate farming, the conveyor belt's actually going to be dropping onto here as well. and it's going to work its way through here so I can cut vegetables off in the saw, so I don't have to do as much. And then this loop is literally just going to filter back around, and it will just put the vegetables back in. This belt is going to be like twice as long by the time I'm finished, but it's a long time, and in order to get down to where I want to be, I have to get down to tier 3 first. Yeah, I normally start off with like the rake's amazing. I've got a rake. See, I've got a rake. I always start off getting everything sorted first. And the reason why is because once you've got the basis of getting missions done, you've got all your equipment out, you've got everything else, then you can just start building and enjoying. If you've seen my previous playthroughs, like Season 2, I did exactly the same thing. I built my setup first, got that all sorted, built my mine out, and then started just prepping through. And then I built my house, the garage, the blacksmith. I bought the greenhouse. I built another garage for the new vehicles we got. My driveway went from one to the other. I had all this stuff laid out nicely. This at the moment is skeleton. This is like the bare necessities of what you need in the game to mine and to earn the quest and to do all that stuff. From here, this is when I can start advancing, because I'm nearly... all my pipes through my conveyor belts have almost been finished. Once that's all been finished, then I can start actually building properly. So yeah, I know it sounds like I'm doing things quite long by having things like everywhere. At the moment, that's just how it is. Don't worry, when it's finished, you'll be like, oh, okay, it all makes sense. But that could be in like 2 months' time, because it might get down. I might be streaming for the next 2 months, just like building and messing around. Okay, so I need Corestone goes first, Clouton goes second. Okay, Corestone, how you doing, Promethean? Welcome to Kicking About on here. So this needs to be an axe. That needs to go on here. And then we get our hammer, and then we smack it. It's all good. There we go. What plot is this? This is South Hope. My home away from home. Weight will rise lower, making dirt depending on where you place it. Sort of, yeah. How long did it take me? Because I didn't use mods, it takes 5 hours. 5 hours to flatten the whole thing. But that is without using the roller as well. I mean, you can use a roller. It'll take you about 20 minutes. Maybe half hour, depending on what you're doing. But I do it all by hand. So, that's because I'm stupid. Who wanted this bloody thing? I can't remember who it was now. Oh, Grange Phil wanted it. We'll go over there. Typical dwarf, make an axe. Yep. Are you able to get achievements since you have... No, I'm not. I've got the first load of achievements from the tutorial, because there is a tutorial now. I did that mainly just because we were testing to see if they worked. They work, so that's fine. Have the axe, mate. Cheers, Budski. Thank you. I need this because I need to go and buy some corn by. Or, yep. Okay, so we've got that one. We've got this one. So 1600 and something. There we go. 1740. Let's go and get some tea pipes. When I do farming and have a flattening area, we'll rake after a while. I see ground and raise. Yeah, that can happen, unfortunately. Right, 1700. So I only need like 4 of these, I think, maybe 5. Oh no, let me just take loads. How many I've got? 1700. So they're 200 and something each, aren't they? 300. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yeah, that's all I can afford, really. $265 left. 210. I'll get another straight. Yeah, boy. There you go. Now we got not a lot left. 55. All good. And then we're there. So where are you with the core stone piping? I'm in tier 2 now. We made it. We're all the way down. I did a bit of raking just before it destroyed plants. Bug of working as intended. It's working as intended. If you destroy your plants though before they're grown, they'll give you a seed back. So that's not too bad. It could be worse. They could just take it all away from you. So, yep. We need to change this one out. There we go. So that's all of this pipe work done up here. Finally. So everything that I need so far, apart from the T pipes downstairs, everything is now done. I still need this though because I've still got a tier 2 system. Hi Hybrid, my wife and I have been watching your videos endlessly for tips since playing 2.0. Thanks for what you do. Not a problem, Raymond. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch the videos. If you do want to help out anymore, it's all good, but thank you very much. It's most appreciated. Okay, now we need T pipes. Let's go and say hello to your wife, just because she's not here talking. Right. Do 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 do. Can you buy everything from the first shop in South, including iron pipes? No, you can't. So you can only buy iron pipes from the shop next to Ember Cradle. So now you can see how long it took, because I was backwards and forwards for a while just buying iron pipes. So yeah. So obviously each shop now has its own sort of piping that you can buy. So if you go to the guild token shop, you can buy the corestone pipes. If you go to the Bridgeport shop, it will sell you Cloutium pipes. So, and if you go to Icehelm, the shop up there will give you Cloutium pipes. The only place you can buy iron pipes from is the one back at Ember Cradle, and at one point I had all of this iron piped, so I made quite a few trips back and forth. Same here, actually been catching up on the streams and I've learnt a lot. Hey, thank you very much for watching. I mean, if the streams are working and the streams are like people are enjoying them, then it's all good. I will be streaming for a while, let's put it that way. It's going to be a couple hours here and there, but most Saturdays I'm probably going to be streaming just because of, well, what I do here. Mainly. Let's just change this one out, because I've even got iron pipe down here. Right. So if I change these over now, should be alright. No, I'll just go back up the stairs from here. If possible, can you show the branch off of each tier of the drill's harvester so you mention the comments, or am I just overthinking? I branch off by just piping. So I'll show you, like, basically I'm not really doing anything special. Corestone is running under every single conveyor belt, right? That's all it's doing. And then when it gets to the main part where they're being powered by their own type, literally just being powered by their own type. And the reason for this is because if I boost the corestone pipes to their maximum pressure, which is 510, running 510's worth of pressure into the back of these won't do a smegging thing. They will only run at the maximum pressure that they are set for because they are iron piping. So tier 1, its maximum pressure is 180, but you can't get to 180. You can only get to 178 or 168, depending on which way it is. So because they are, each pipe is a 2.5, it's 3% drop in each pipe. So these will get to 177, and then you do the same down on tier 2. So you go down again, and then what I'll do is when it gets to the end of this piping here, because I'm only running the conveyor belts on tier 3 piping, everything else would just be Cloutium. And I'm actually going to be putting boosters here to boost the line so these run faster. So you can put booster tanks in sideways, which is pretty cool. So having a booster on every drill is useless. Sort of. I mean, if you want the top performing drill, you would put a tank in the back of every single one of them. So what's happening here is this is boosting to 170 or 180, right? It's boosting to the max that it can do. if, as this is going down, they drop by 3% each one. So by the time we get down here, it's working at about 130% worth of pressure. If you put a tank in the back of every single one of these, they will all run at 167 or 177. I can't remember which one it is. I've done this quite a lot though. I even did this as a video. So there's a video that I put out with every single tier 1 and tier 2 drill with its respective drops of how far down the list it will go. So for every 10 pipes, it will drop by 30%. So if with Cloutium, every 10 pipes is 25% because it will drop by 2.5 per pipe. With Corestone, it's dropping by just 2% per pipe. So this is boosting to top level, which is 510. So if that's boosting to 500, if that's boosting down to 510, it's gonna take 100 pipes to go down the whole thing. So no, that's gonna only drop it by 200. Yeah, so 100 pipes is a 200% drop, or 200 down. So you'd still got 300 pressure going through the system, which is why when I placed all these out, I sort of knew where I was putting them because I knew how much it was going to affect the build. It all comes down to what you want out of your builds now and how you're going to do them. Well, yeah, I've done it. It's not a lot of work. It's depending on how many drills you're using. Like, the plus side to putting power in the back of them is they run faster. So the payoff would be that instead of using 40 drills running at the pressure they are, if I just ran at 20 drills and just boosted every single one of them, they're going to be working. 20 drills will work about the same as 40 drills. So it's depending on the size of the build you're looking for is what you actually want out of your game. And depending if your computer can run it. I know that my computer can run 1,000 tier 1 drills. I know it can because I've done it. But if I wanted to minimize that amount, I would just take 500 drills and I would put a booster tank in the back of them and it would run the same amount as a 1,000 build. So it comes down to what you want. Should I add filters? You should always add filters. As soon as you've got more than 5 things on your line that can get injured, use filters. And now you can automate the repair, like filling up the repair stuff. Not a problem, Scott. Thank you very much for coming by, and thank you for remembering I exist. It's most appreciated. Okay, so I think that's pretty much everything I need. I think I'm done down there for like mudging around. And now I've got to start looking into more pipes and more stuff. So I do need to start doing more quests, but for now I'm going to tidy up a bit. So we're actually going to be driving the truck. Come with me if you want to live. Yeah, I know, it's a funny little hack. I got 2 things that need to be fixed. Yeah, so that's fine for now. So if you buy a tool bag for 220, you've got 2 repairs in it, basically. Well, 5 repairs. But you'll only use it twice and then you'll have 1 left over. So if you buy 2 repair tools for 444, like 560 or whatever it is, then you'll be fine. As soon as you've got like 4 drills and a harvester, start getting filters and start using auto repair because it will just save you time and money. It will cost you about 4 grand as well to fill up all the spanners and then you'll be fine. Scrap makes me happy. Scrap. Uh, 32 tier drills with 380 to 300 pressure. Yeah, I mean, there's the difference between like 330 and 300 isn't a lot. I mean, I think like when it was the top end, it was at 360. I think, well, no, 380. I think it was that it was only like an 11 piece of dirt drop, so it wasn't even that bad. I've heard that guy says that always worded it if that was his wife's name. Scrap. I love Scrap. He's a simple man from a simple background, you know. Yeah, I think it's about 20 grand for the auto repair. I have 532 repair bags in the cart. Oh, jeebus. That's a lot. Right. That's that done. Autosave. Quest for pipes now. Yeah, we've still got a few things to do. So yeah. So how have I been? I've been good, man. Tired. A little bit stressed out, but it's just the joys of life, I suppose. It does. Like, the reason why it comes down to stress, and I know people just go, "Well, it's because you've got kids." It's like, yeah, they're part of the problem, but I think it comes down to trying to get Kerry sorted more than anything now. Like trying to make sure that she's got. Well, we're trying to get through to the council to get like rehomed. So that's adding a little bit of stress to the whole situation at the moment, and trying to get everything sorted is one thing after another, really. Apart from that, we're okay. Just waiting. Okay, so we haven't got enough pipes, but we got the start of what we need. I'll be back in roughly 30 minutes to an hour. I might not be here. I noticed lag also depends on a lot of the type of the item, so 10 funnels lags me as much as 100 pipes in a cart. It's depending what's on your build and how big it is and what's running and everything else. Because you got to think, like, dirt will cause lag. That's one of the major issues with the game. Has been for the whole time. It is getting better, but you know, we're slow. I think it's slowly getting to a point where the game is just running so much better than it used to. I remember the bad days. Let's put it that way. And they were pretty awful. Grab my 55 tokens. Yep. Because I'm rich. So I think my total now is up to about 50 grand that I've spent doing corestone. Piping, that is. So it's not cheap. Don't forget your tokens. Yeah, I know, I've got them. They're there. What is new in this new update is still I'm still confused. New is the red piping. This is called corestone piping because it's corestone. That's okay. There's a whole new tier system. There's tier 3 stuff now. So tier 3. Badonk, thank you very much for kicking by. Boom. Most appreciated. Yeah, about 50,000 in piping just to corestone the pipes. It's been fun. And there is not as... Oh, there's one down by the dock. Okay, we're going to head there and pick up the quest. I need... Drop that. No, I need you. Come with me. Let's go. We're going to the dock to pick up a quest. Yeah, well, no, but so piping's not expensive, but it's because it's tokens. So you got to think like like the Cloutium piping is really expensive, right? But it's Cloutium, so you can buy it with Hydro coins. That's a good one. I like this one. Thank you, mate. 2,000 coins exactly. Not bad. Or are corestone pipe glowing when dark? I don't know. I've never seen them in the dark. I have the hourglass. Let me just. We'll go and see. Right, I can actually fast forward the time so it can go into the night time. But I'm liking this quest. 2,000 tokens for one thing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've actually just figured out what I want to do with this area now. Like this is gonna be empty. So what I want to do here is this is gonna be like an actual car park. I'm actually want to run a pipe, go straight up into the roof, and then actually fill my truck up. I now have a plan. Right. Hourglass. This is why I can't use mods, by the way. Why I don't get achievements. They glow in the sunshine. That'll do. 199.5, 186.5. I'm just going to do 200 bars then. That doesn't bother me. We've got enough gold. Too bad you couldn't get more tokens if you made the items with more metal. I don't know. I don't mind that too much, if I'm going to be honest. I'm fine with the fact I don't earn extra if I add more to it. You know, I think it's just because it is a quest and it's like set amount. I'm fine with it. It's all good. I might just get that money converter thing, 1k coins for 1 token. Yeah, I mean the currency converter is pretty cool. I need 200 bars. So one's 199.5, 186.5. So that's set for 200. So I need 200 bars. And I need to change that pipe there. Well, I can go there. And 88 sapphire. Right. Sapphire. This one. 1, 2, 3. And then it all comes off. And there's my sapphire. Sapphire. Yeah, I still don't know how much it is. Why does gem compressor system? What does the gem compressor system look like? Like this. Water goes in the back. So they do work without having the cables. It's just I prefer to have the cables. Alright. Cables work, they just turn on and turn off. It's alright. This is literally just how the magnets work. And for all those people who go, I don't know how to heat up my bars properly, just leave them on until they're really hot. Pucker. I'm actually just going to fly this over into, because he's just one customer, I'll be fine.
I need something specific.
It's a nice one, that, Mr. Chuckle Brother. Thank you very much. Do 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 do. And there we go. There's another 2k coins. Well, tokens, not coins. Booans. That again. Yay, 2055. Right, next. Nothing. No quests. No one needs anything made. Oh, it's just balls. I still do that stuff manually. Usually should upgrade my system. Mine's technically manual. I'd say it's like semi-automatic, where I just quickly turn things on and off. Everything is literally done by levers or buttons. That's all I use them. I don't have anything overly complicated on these lines at all. I just have levers and buttons. Yeah, I don't do anything like fully automatic because I'm just too dumb to work it out, if I'm going to be honest. And even if you had an automated system, you'd still have to set it up occasionally. So that's right. Shame we can't just wish it into existence. I need another quest. Ah, nope. I think this is a good time to start putting out my pillars to certain heights again. So, obviously this needs to be high enough to go... my roof is going to have to be high enough to go above the wires. So I think... the back end should be that high. I'm going to have to see about this, I think. It's going to be a lot of wood just to do one side, by the way. So I'm thinking like rafters. But the rafters have to be above this. So they're going to be about here. It's going to be cool. I think the idea is cool. It's just, at the moment, it's in my brain. So it's very hard to go, yeah, that's what's going to happen. You want one with the weight counter? Yeah, there's one in there. The Discord, I think the Discord's got every build like listed now in like a forum. Imagine if there was a limit to the quests and you just hit it. Oh man. If that was, there can't be a limit to the quest because of the piping. You need more piping. No, currently the quests are walking around. Too bad the Discord is moderated by the dev. It's moderated by the dev and his team. A couple of the people that are actually on the mod team are not devs at all, they're just moderators. I believe you can accept quests, then take them to the scrapyard to cancel them. You can, but I'm looking for not green quests. I think if you scrap them, they'll just come back as vegetable quests, because the farming quests and the guild quests are on two different like lines. So the guild quests will come up whenever, and same with farming. It's just at the moment I've done all the guild quests, so I'm literally just waiting for I'm waiting for them to just kick. Dev banned me years ago after threatening, treating me to change my... Oh. He's never ever threatened anybody to change negative reviews. Never. And I've been in that Discord the whole time. Unless he did that DM'd you, but I'd never seen anything like that. I was a moderator after I joined the Hydroneer Discord. I was a moderator in there from about 1.3 because of like making the videos and everything. I sort of earned a moderator status, but as I got busier, he took me off the moderating team, and then he changed me up with, I think Graham took my place, and Graham's a really good mod. Must have been a bad review. How you doing? I was banned from there early 2020. It was in DMs. If you've got proof, I'd love to see it. And Discord holds on to every single message unless you leave the conversation and throw it away. See, I'd love to see that if that's true. You can DM me in my Discord. Like I said, I was a moderator in 2020 in the Hydroneer Discord. Right, I think I need to start building stuff now. Well, we need to start hacking the leveler part as well. Actually, I know what I'm doing with my corners. We need to go down to tier 2. Right, so I do need to dig down to tier 2 using the stairs, but this is where I want to be piping off as well to it. So this is going to be my entrance down to tier 2. and it's going to join this conveyor belt. So I actually need it to be a little bit higher, which is going to be up about here, because then it's just going to drop onto this belt. It's not going to like funnel in. Oh no, it could do. I could just use a merger. That's almost perfect. Okay, so there. We're going to turn that into a T-pipe, merge into this, we'll be fine. Hello, Savvy Devil, how you doing? Yep. Tier 3! Yeah, we're getting there. Alright, it's going to take a little bit of time, but we'll get there. And then when we are down there, I can start decorating. The beautification of the blood. Also, I don't think this is truly flat land, so I might just still be on the edge. Okay, I'm actually on the edge. So if I just go through a little bit further, we're on a flat then. That's good. Yeah, by the way, if you didn't know, if you dig yourself a little hole into the side of a wall, crouch, you can actually look through the dirt of where you've been and where you are. Hence why I can see my build. But that's not too shabby, so that's alright, we can do that. We're almost there. Staircase to the centre of the world. Getting there. The downside is knowing that I'm building this way, right? Is knowing that my stairs are actually facing the other way. Because I built a staircase. So what I'm gonna have to redo my staircase. I'll show you in a minute. So I think said no ever. Well, people may see that shit. I don't know. I'm not sure how far down I can go then. How's the stream going? Finally caught one live. He's doing alright, mate. He's doing alright. Little freak show. How's the family? I'm doing good, man. Woman, sorry. I always say man to anybody who comes in. Don't be offended, right? I know this is something I'm gonna have to say just to clear things up. Anybody that comes in, I always say man. It's just the way I am. All right. Need to go up the stairs. Up, and Ziggurat. Look at his split. Up. There we go. Right. Take another pipe. So that should be base level to get everything on to where we need to be, because that's ground floor. So tier 2 is going to have to be raised just above this. So what I'm going to do is that level of soil, I'm just going to put a actually we've got a floor, I think, maybe. Let me just take that one for now. I just need to make sure I've got enough, like, rotate. Okay, so tier, that's almost perfect. So I can go down to that level there. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. That means there's enough soil from here on that floor there that tier 3 can sit on comfortably. Oh, that's brilliant. Okay, cool. I'm just going to straighten this up a bit now with my pickaxe. There's my pickaxe. Excellent. Okay, so the other problem is because I'm digging, I started digging this way to get down to the next level, but if knowing that that is heading that way, I need to go down this way to get down to that level. Don't you love when everything works in your favour? Oh man, it's so annoying. King's Quest wasn't all too rewarding. No, it really wasn't. How many hours do I have on this save? This one, however many hours I've done the live streams for. Because, yeah, it's been a live stream thing. So if I build my stairs here, and then I'm just going to find my way down, I think. But I know roughly where I am, so it's not too bad. And the reason why I haven't nailed down my stairs is because at some point I'm going to put, like, the idea is to put lights in the stairs again. Which, that takes a little bit of time. Like, stupid amount of time, actually. Somebody go look at his streams and do some quick math if no. Okay, let's say what I've been every Saturday since release. So what, the last 3 weeks on Saturdays, so that's like 15 hours. Then I did the Friday night stream and the Sunday night stream. They were about 4 or 5. They were, one of them was what, a 4 hour, no, that was a 5 hour live stream, and the other one was a 5 hour live stream. So I've done about 30 hours, and then give or take a few for like a Friday night live stream and this one as well. You're probably looking at around 35 hours ish. And then, like, the time that I've spent, like, just leaving it on in the background to do the King's Quest, I spent another, like, 2.5 hours just, like, in limbo, just waiting to do stuff. I did spend 4 hours digging out hand tunnels. Because all of this is done by hand. I didn't use a machine. I did this in my own time. So, yeah, I spend a lot of time playing this game. What it does for me is it actually calms me down. I'm a lot more of a mellow person after playing this game. I'm a little marshmallow afterwards. It's like, ah, I'm all good. But yeah, just digging is one of those things. I know people don't have time, like, to do what I do, but you know, you do it your own way. I don't see the point. I gotta be honest, after, because like all mods do for me is just sort of like, they take away some of the fun. Now, I think I'm turning into more of a purist of like having to do things manually. Like, I've played this game with and without mods. I would say, as a fulfilling experience, I would say playing it without mods is, and it gives you a bit more of sort of like an idea of what you're actually doing and how long it takes you to do stuff. Like, with mods, it's like, easy, done, finished. What do you wish, what do I wish coming to Hydroneer in the future? I want a press machine so I can do my own pipes. I want more quests, but I want armour. So, instead of just making axes and swords and daggers, I would like to be able to make chest plates, helmets, gloves, and legs. That sort of thing. How is the Hydroneer Dwarven Kingdom? Yeah, we're doing alright. We're on the bottom. I think this is the actual floor I need to be on. So what I'm going to do is, from where I've dug down the conveyor belt level, I'm just going to come across here using floorboards, and I'll get to here, and then we'll see where we are. So I need wooden floor basically at this point. So I'll leave that there, that's fine. That's perfect. I've got my tier 2 pickaxe here, so I can put this upstairs in my like spare section now. Because we've got a tier 3 pickaxe, I don't need this one anymore. If he adds a press where we need to be for prospect, yeah. So, well, no, I would say that the prospecting, you would need prospecting coins to buy the press, but the press wouldn't be cheap. So, at the moment, it'll cost you whatever a quest costs you, right? So a quest it can be 5 minutes worth of work, and you get 2,000 coins. Then you just buy your pipes, or let's say the average pipe costs 100 core stone. So in order to fill the press up, you can only do 6 pipes at a time. You'll need 600 core stone to make 6 pipes. You know, so that's not a bad thing. So to put this into perspective, my core stone, I ground this. I haven't touched any of these really, and since I was doing the onyx thing. So that is 2,000 pounds of core stone. That would do me what, 20 pipes. But then there goes the 53 grand from the actual value, or the being able to go and get a drill. It could be more expensive as well. I mean, once you've got all your stuff drilling, it's not gonna bother you so much. But then you could ask for like 200 core stone per pipe, or 300. So you make it, you give it a balance. Do you want to do a quest that's going to take you 5 minutes to get some tokens to buy your piping, or do you want to take all of the amount of money? Let's say you took like 200 core stone to build one pipe. Do you really want to do that? I mean, having the press, once you've got all your machines running, no one's really going to give a damn. But when you're just building up all that stuff, you're going to sit there and just go, I don't want to waste this because I want to get some drills. I think that would be a good way of balancing it out. It could be the same for iron and like Cloutium as well. If you want a Cloutium pipe, it's going to cost you 200 Cloutium, or you can go and buy them for like £900 or whatever they are. So I reckon give it a balance and give the user the choice to do things. So a press machine would be a cool thing. You know, being able to like fill it up, and say you have to chuck all your bars in and it's done. And you could automate it. You could actually stick the press on the end of a conveyor belt and go, right, okay, so I've got 600 Cloutium in here. Push this button, the bar goes across your conveyor belt, clicks into there. You push another button and the press drops down. You got yourself your pipes. Or you go and buy them. So you have those choices. I think that's how it should be. But again, these are the ideas I can come up with, but it doesn't go into a game. Okay, so I need some flooring. Can we do some more quests? We've got one in Grange Hill, or Grange Field. I call it Grange Hill because I think it's named after the TV show. So Grange Field and 2 in Bridgeport. Okie dokie. Oh, boo boo. It is time to go and get our picnic basket. Let's go. Do 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 do.
You reckon you could get this for me?
That's a good ring. I like that one. Imagine a hard difficulty where you have to build all the pipes from harvested ore. I'd do that. If Hybrid suggests something, it goes on a blacklist. No, it doesn't. It's just there are so many suggestions that go into Discord, and they get swamped. They really do. It's not. It's just unfortunately because there's so many people with so many ideas for the game. Some don't get rid.
I suppose you can grab me this.
That's a really good one. I like this one. 2,250 tokens. Not too bad. That's a good like 10 pipes there. Savvy Devil, thank you very much for being here, bud. It's most appreciated. You're a beta tester. I am, yes. One of few. There's a few of us. I did a little bit of beta testing for this update, but at the same time I sort of let the game do itself for a bit. Mainly because I'm the downside to doing YouTube as well is I'm busy, you know, and doing an hour's worth of beta testing is easy, but doing like 8 hours worth of beta testing, not as easy. So Promethean's on the beta testing list as well, because it's mainly the Hydra nerds. So people that have been in the Discord for a while have like earned the privilege to be a nerd, like me, and other people like Steve who are nerds. Gamer Purist. There's a few of us. Is the change in the new update of having all the same pipes a real thing? No more mix match pipes on the tiers, tier 1, 2, 3. You can match all the pipes you like, but they're not going to work on pressure. So the way it works is it doesn't matter about the intake anymore. You have to just match them. So what I've done, and this is the way that I've done it, core stone piping is run through all of my conveyor belts, well, most of them. And then when it comes to tier, like coming off to like tier 1, literally just doing this and being happy. It's going to make some noise, but I don't care. As long as it works, really. Frickin' Lloyd. Took me forever to find him and give him soup. Yeah, he's a bit of a nightmare. Okay, so we need a 153 gold bar. Do I need any more gold bars? That's cause. Oh no, there's one 253. Okay. So if I make 2 gold bars at 254, I don't really care about the rest of it, so it's fine. I'm not the best. I'm just okay. Right. 254 because I don't care about the over. I know, first world problems and all. Right. Drop this out. Padosh. Go. 3D Plastic Fancy, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Tar very much for being here. I got a beta test Star Wars Galaxies Jump to Light Speed. Cool. That's awesome. Well done. Do you think it would balance the game if they limited the total amount of pipes you could get in the world? You had craft, automate, pipe making. No. Because then you're putting a limit on the people who just want to play creative, who just want to enjoy the game. You know? You can't really do that, because then it just makes those people sort of feel that they're inadequate against like everybody else. You have to be elite to play the game. You have to do this. So no, I don't think you should limit anything, really. In fact, this is why I keep saying that certain mods should be in the game just to add creativity to people. But that's just me. Again, that's another thing I've spoken about. Okay, so that is a 15.5, 18.5, so that's 19. Okay, so we'll do 19 Cloutium. So we need 2 of these. So Cloutium. Doing well, just watching this stream for a while before heading off to bed. Yeah, I mean I'm always there. How much do Cloutium pipes cost each? They're really expensive. They are quite. The Cloutium pipes are quite expensive. I think a booster on its own is like 800. They're more than conveyor belts. But that is because tier 2 is like... Tier 2 is like great. You know? You go from tier 1 down to tier 2. The pressure goes up in the piping, so your build's running faster. You're making more money. That's why you spend more money on tier 2 stuff. I keep picking this up and I don't need to. Okay, so that's Cloutium Dagger. We can do that now. Is this the last quest of the stream? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, it's getting, what, it's 11:30 now. I've got to deal with the kids in the morning. I've got to get them breakfast, got to get them to school, got to take the car to the MOT, then get the train home. Yep. It's all fun and games. And then I've got to do some editing, because I've got to do my 3rd episode of Dredge, which is a really cool game. If you haven't checked out my video already, go and check it out. I'm doing it like a story where I'm actually doing voices to all the characters, or most of them. It's really hard to do a woman's voice. I'm not very good at it. So I need 92 core stone. But yeah, it's I like Dredge. The second episode comes out tomorrow. Third episode I'm editing for Friday, and then I'll record another 3 videos ready for next week, and I'll just carry on. Also, I did find a game that's I found this game today, and it's a little bit like Factorio, which I thought was pretty cool. It's called Final Factory, and it's set in space, and it's like Factorio. There's quite a lot to do in it. I'm not making a video on it. I just gave it a run. Genuinely, I thought it was alright, actually. Okay, so we need to make a sword. We need to do this in order as well, I think. So, sword. So we need our core stone first, cloutium second, gold bar last. Okay. So gold, cloutium and core stone. Core stone goes first. Cloutium goes second. Grab my hammer, smack it on there. It's all good. There we go. We've got a sword now. Fantastic. Whenever I mismatch iron and cloutium pipes, they leak. Yeah, they do. You can't do anything about that. It goes steam, but that's dropping the pressure as well. So if you're running cloutium piping at 380 full pressure through a tank, and you put an iron pipe afterwards, it'll go down to 107, 180. So you won't have full pressure. Looks like something fell on the conveyor belt. No, nothing fell on the conveyor belt. I've just got things going around. So if I click this button, show you. I'll catch this and you can watch the journey as well. So that'll come out here. Stick that on there and we can go around. Basically I made a loop system so I don't have to worry about putting stuff back in the smelters. I know, ingenious, right? Okay, so that's that one done. Next one is this one. 153 gold bar we got, and a 77 pound ruby. Excellent. 77 done. And ruby. Ruby. Ready? And 1, 2, 3. Boom. I think this is just a ring, isn't it? Is it a ring? Ring. Banana phone. Excellent. What's the most common gem in Hydroneer? Emerald. Followed by, I think it goes emerald, sapphire, ruby, onyx. I'm pretty sure that's the order. Okay, so all 3 quests are, well, actually no, there's one in Grange, the other 2 are in Bridgeport, and I think we're almost there. Which one were you? You wanted the ring. Gotcha. Oh, did I go 78 or 77? Damn it. He wanted a 78 pound ring. Ugh. That's just me ballsing up. Oddly had my cutter glitch and I cleared the input and I put a 9 in somehow, and then it was interesting. Your drill will only go up to, it'll go to a pressure of 177. So it will run faster, but not what you think. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so yeah, but tier 1 will only work up to a certain amount. Same with tier 2, same with tier 3. That's the way it is. 154. Let's just do this normally then. 154. Done. Trying to watch 2.2 in order, but saw you live. Oh, saw my live. Sorry, and figured I would stop by and say hi. Hey, thank you very much for coming away. Most appreciated, Carol. There we go. Let's chuck this on here. Pop. But yeah, so so I'll put this in perspective. Tier 1 drills will run at 177 pressure. Max pressure in an iron pipe is 180, but a tier 1 pipe, an iron pipe, will drop by 3% per pipe. So that join between your tank and the actual drill will go down to 177 because it's an iron pipe. Tier 2 is 380 pressure, which will drop by 2.5%. Which it doesn't. I don't think it doesn't. It doesn't round down, so it will go to. Your pressure will be 378% that goes into a tier 2 drill, and then with tier 3, max pressure is 510. So when it goes into an actual drill, if you boost on top of the drill, and then put a thing on top of it, you're looking at 508 pressure. But that's just how to explain pressure in this game. Any chance Max might decide to do away with the 0.5? I don't know. That's why I just round everything up. If he doesn't, then don't worry about the decimal place. If it says 254.5, make everything a 255. That's pretty much all it is. I think it just comes down to just messing around, but I can't be bothered, so I do it my way, which means I make things 0.5 heavier, or I can't be bothered altogether. And let's say I've got 4 quests that all need one sort of let's say they all need a bar of gold, and the biggest bar of gold is 254 pounds. I will make every single one of those bars 254 pound, and they can just like it and lump it. They'll be fine. Replaced all your pipes yet? Almost. We're down to tier 3 now, so I'll probably continue to do that on Saturday now. Unfortunately, is that a quest I've got to do? I can't remember if I've got to hand it over to him.
I need something specific.
Did I? Oh yeah, did you? Yeah, you got this. Yeah, this is. Oh. Yeah, this is yours, lad. Alright, cool. Cheers, mate.
Thanks. I'm well chuffed.
Most appreciated. Yeah, same. I find it really strange. I can't. There's no point, mate. I mean, do you really want to keep faffing around with like, oh, I need a 15.5 like gold bar. If I make a 30 and then cut it in half, or I just make a £16 bar and then don't care about the rest, you know. This is why, for me, I just round it up to the nearest like whole number and not care, because it's just pointless. What does an agile cart change from a say fast one? It turns corners slightly faster. No, I can't remember who needed this. Was it you? It was you. Oh, I did stop off the right place.
Thanks.
Thank you. Excellent. And I'll take my ring to the jewelers that I ballsed up on. Not bad. $8,000 ring. All good. Have it pay more for an exact amount instead of close from the iron. No, you don't get paid anymore. You just get paid the same. It's fine though. like I said, it's only an extra like half a pound of material, so it's not really a massive problem. I mean, the other reason why it's not a massive problem is because by the time you got to that point, you're earning so much money, it really doesn't matter, you know. Alright, 3,953 goes on the token table. So we've got another 6 grand to spend out next stream, so that's going to be good. Oh, autosave. We've got another 7 grand in the bank. Well, pile. And there we go. So yeah, we're down. Oh, let me just turn off the water because it's still running. So what we've done today, we've earned a load of guild tokens. I have finished off this pipe work, so that's all good. We're down to here. So I need to change this to a T pipe. I need to change that to a I need to change all this over. And then when it comes to doing these, I literally need to take them all out just so I can change these up into corestone as well. I need to make another corestone line here as well so I can get more conveyor belts in. And then what I'm probably going to be doing this on Saturday as well, is going to put some verticals down here and build a tunnel over to my staircase, and then we can open this up because we are right next to the flatland, so it's not too far off. And that's where my stairs are. So they are actually on the floor. That's not too bad actually. I like that. So where this is and where that is the same level. So then all of that is going to be boarded off, and then we can start making tier 3 mine. How cool is this? And then what I'm actually going to do, I might open this up quite a lot because it's quite a big area, and the mine can expand out, and we just go tier 3. But yeah. It's a little thing that you can do. If you dig a little cubby hole where your head can't go in, you crouch under and you can poke your head through the scenery. So getting this is a good idea of where I am is actually, it's really a good idea. So yeah, we're going to come down here. The build's going to be basically here. I'm going to leave it more open. But yeah, we're doing alright. So it's going to work. I think we'll be alright. And then this is the first time I've been down to tier 3. Should be a good little build. Should be. And like most of you know, when I've got to a certain point in this, I start building it out and actually making it look nice. So instead of just being dirt walls, I'm going to put some wood paneling in, some bits and pieces. I'm going for a more natural sort of mine look in this one. Hence why my tier 1 section looks like this. So it actually looks like I'm stopping the rocks coming in through the walls, and I'm going to put some lighting down here and all that. What does the prospecting helmet do? I actually covered it in a video, but what you do is you wear it, and there's 2 little cogs on the front, and when you get near a vein, those cogs move, and then you get an idea of where a vein is. And a vein is basically, it's a little sparkly area that gives you more stuff. Thanks for the stream today. You rock and play, and going to do some friends at the park now. See you later. Have a good evening. Enjoy yourself. Travis Lappin, thank you very much for being a pit member. Boom to you, sir. Join you in the mosh pit. It's all good. I really like how you can easily tell the difference between tier 2 and tier 3 dirt. Yeah, when I originally made the video for that, it wasn't as good. But when he changed the way things are, man, it just made life so much easier to like work things out as well. So tier 1 pipes need to be connected to tier 1 drills. No, you can use any pipe you want. But you will put up with, I'll show you what you'll put up with. So let me just turn this on. So if you use pipes of every single type on your drills, you will have this constantly. You can turn off the sound. So if you go into settings and go into audio, you can turn off the water and the explosion sounds and everything else. So if I turn this on, all you're going to hear is psh, 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 psh. So, right? So if you turn it off, you won't hear it, but you will see it on every single one. So for me, I'm not worried too much because I turn the volume off. But downstairs, whilst this is running, I'll have steam leaks because of the piping I'm using. See? So I've got steam leaks here because it's like core stone going into iron. But if you want all of this to be iron, if you want all of this to be core stone, you'll have that leak coming from the back of the drills. The reason why is because tier 1 is made with iron pipe, tier 2 is made with cloutium pipe, and tier 3 is made with corestone. So the way that I'm doing it is this basically. Am I still pimping or fixing people's saves? Not so much, no. Mainly because I feel like if people actually watched my videos, they would know how to fix things by now. I was doing that for what, a year and a half, helping people. I'm hoping that after doing the guides and stuff for nearly 2 years and showing people how to do stuff and constantly talking about it, I'm hoping that people will actually start listening. I know it's a tall order, but I'm not really fixing anything anymore because it's a lot of effort and I can't really do that much anymore. And that's the problem with doing YouTube. I want to be a bigger YouTuber, and that means some of the stuff that I used to do I can't do. All I can do is maybe do it as a live stream section. So if somebody does send me a build and just says, look, I can't get this to work, maybe I could do it as a live stream, so it does act as a video and it's still in the time that I would be using to play this game or something else, and it works as content as well. Does the auto repairer still work? Hell yes. Oh yes it does. That's why it's on my build. Yes, it works. Also, what you can do now is if you put a conveyor belt underneath these, you can put all your toolkits actually on that conveyor belt, and they'll just keep spinning and they'll keep topping up your spanners, so that's all good. There's been a couple of people do it in the Discord, and it's like it's something I can't do because of where I put my stuff. Obviously this is bedrock, and like just below here is bedrock as well, so I don't think there's not really enough room to do it, but that's just me. I'm not going to bother anyway. I prefer to do it manually. It gives me something to do. That's what I keep saying to people. And yeah, and over time it's going to be like I said, this conveyor belt is going to have vegetables running on it as well, and this is going to come down this way as well. Did you make a video on that? I've made a video on the setup. I've never made a video on what people are doing to it, and that is basically running a conveyor belt underneath it. If you can just literally run a conveyor belt underneath so it's working, so hook it up to the water, whilst they're going around, you can put your toolkits on it and it will just keep rotating and just keep filling up, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, there we go. I'll be back. I'll be back on Saturday now because I've got editing and recording to do for the next few days to get next week's stuff prepared and done, and it's all good. So guys, I want to say thank you very much for coming by. It's most appreciated. Again, if you have enjoyed this, hit the like, subscribe and notification button below for all other updates. Do you think I'm going overboard with 50 of each drill? No, because I've done 40 of each. I've done 1,000 drill builds as well. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it, as long as it doesn't kill your computer. If you do want to help out with the channel, hit the like, subscribe and notification button below. If you want to help out financially, you can become a member. That'll cost you $1 a month as a minimum, or you can donate however much you want in the link below. Go and get yourself some merch, and I'll see you later. I want to say peace out, have fun, enjoy everything you guys do. I'll see you all bright and early. Well, I say bright and early. On Saturday, we're going to be carrying on. I'm going to upgrade my build a bit more because I need to put core stone in, and then we need to do all the other stuff. So until then, bye-bye for now.